Good morning, my children, and welcome to your English class, the class of the teacher Jacob. Today, my children, we're going to continue with the review of the letters of the alphabet. Remember, we already started with the letter A, we already saw letter B, letter C, letter D, letter E, letter F, and today we're going to see capital and small g, okay? Now, also something that is very important, remember, each one of those letters contain their own objects, okay? For example, in the case of the letter C, we saw objects like the coin, like the clown. With the letter F, we saw objects like the fish, the fat person, okay? Another object that you remember? Very good, excellent. With the letter D, we saw the doll, the dragon, okay? And also, remember, all of the letters have two forms. Capital letters, which in Spanish they are called mayúsculas, and small letters, minúsculas. So, as I mentioned it before, today we're going to continue with the letter G. Capital G, small g. So, let's begin. The shape and form of the letter G is in color green, capital G, and we have two objects for this letter. The first one is grandmother, okay? Now, first of all, the word grandmother in Spanish, abuela. And there is no better example than the grandmother Coco. So that's why I put it right here. Remember, the grandmother is the person that is the mother of our mom, la mamá de nuestra mamá, of course, okay? So these people are older and they are wiser. Estas personas pues ya son grandes de edad, pero son muy sabias. Por lo tanto, pues nos siguen enseñando muchas cosas acerca de la vida. So it's very important that if you still have your grandparents, your grandmother, continue loving her, okay? Because they are very, very precious. Now, after the grandmother, we have the girl, okay? Now remember, the word girl in Spanish, niña, okay? And the girl, you know, they are very pretty. They love playing with the dolls, okay? They wear skirts, they wear nice dresses, okay? Now, the girl, remember, it's an object that begins with the capital G, okay? Very good. Now, let's continue with objects that begin with the letter small g. For small g, we have the glass. Now, the glass, it's an object in which we can put some, in which we can pour some liquid so we can drink it, okay? Ahora, el vaso es un objeto, puede ser de cristal o de plástico, en el que nosotros podemos agregar un líquido y lo podemos tomar. Now, this liquid can be water, can be soda, can be juice, or can be milk. Este líquido pues puede ser agua, puede ser una soda, un refresco, jugo o leche, okay? So, in the case of the glass, remember, it's an object that is made of crystal or plastic that we can use to drink a liquid, okay? And in most of the cases, some of the glasses require a straw. Algunos requieren un popote, a straw, so we can spill it, para que no los podamos derramar o que se nos caiga. So that's why we have the straw popote inside the glass. Next to the glass, my children, we have the glove. Now, first of all, important thing, this is not a hand, okay? Now, the glove is the object that we put inside our hand, because sometimes, especially on December, for example, when there is a lot of cold, cuando hace mucho frío, okay, our hands begin to shake, and in order to keep them warm, we put some gloves on top of them, okay? A veces en las épocas, por ejemplo, donde hace mucho frío, pues las manos nos tiemblan Entonces, para mantenerlas tibias, para mantenerlas cálidas, pues nos ponemos guantes. Also, when we are cooking, if we help our mother or our father to cook the food, okay, we can put some gloves so we don't get burned. A veces cuando ayudamos a los papás en la cocina, podemos utilizar guantes que usamos para no podernos quemar. So there are a lot of varieties for the gloves, okay, including for when you are cold, cuando tenemos frío, when we are cooking, cuando estamos cocinando, okay. So those are very interesting objects. We have the gloves, and of course the color of the gloves can vary. We can have color purple gloves, color red, color green, color yellow. The color that you imagine, we can find it for a glove. El color que ustedes imaginen, el color que ustedes piensen, de ese color puede haber guantes. So, another object that I didn't put on the whiteboard, but it's also very important. Remember, the letters are not only for objects. Recuerden que las letras no solamente son para objetos. They are also for names of people. In the case of the letter G, we can have the name of Gerardo with that name, okay? Letter G for Gerardo. Now, before we finish, my children, let's review the vocabulary of today one more time. Remember, for this, the teacher Jacob is going to say it, and then you will have to repeat it with all of your energy so I can hear the pronunciation. Let's begin. Capital G, grandmother. Okay? Remember, if you want to say abuela in English, it's important that you say the two words, grandmother. Because if you only say mother, si ustedes únicamente dicen mother, pues eso es mamá. But in order to say abuela, we have to say grandmother, okay? So we have the grandmother, capital G. Capital G, girl. Okay, very good. Small g, glass. Small g, glove. Okay, one more time. Remember, louder so I can hear you. Glove. Okay, very good. Remember, the glove, it's an object that we put inside our hand. Okay, es un objeto que ponemos dentro de nuestra mano. Now, remember, my children, the activity of today is part of your printed pages, and it contains the objects and the letter of today. So remember, while you are painting, mientras ustedes están coloreando, it's very important that you repeat the name of the object so you can memorize it and never forget it, para que así de esa forma no se los olvide. So have an excellent afternoon. Take care. As always, the teacher Jacob loves you very much. Goodbye.